This is my film response for Fighting for Political Power, episode 4. So, the main messages of this episode I thought were um, just gaining political power, um, oppression of the Mexican American populace at a governmental level, and the creation of La Raza Unida Party. So, some of the aha moments I had in this episode were the way that they learned from their failures. So, they talked about how there was a political candidate who actually won his race but wasn't able to keep it because of the racist institutions that were in place in the area where he won. The other aha moment I had was when they were talking about how to build a movement and how to gain a voice. They really had to get everyone involved. So before, it really felt like there was like this closed circle of academics and none of their messages were really getting out there. But once they realized they needed the help of their wives, they needed the help of people who weren't extremely into politics, they realized that they needed their support for change. That really began to make things move to actually get progress in their communities. So, one thing that I liked was how they showed the strife in La Raza Unida Party. So it wasn't just this one unit who just agreed on everything and was just really steamrolling all of these issues. There was a lot of conflict and debate, specifically between Gutierrez and Gonzalez, where one really had a more moderate position, the other was more progressive. So it began with them either wanting to start their own party or support existing candidates, and they ended up deciding to create their own party because it was really for the people, by the people. They didn't want that message being corrupted by a third party who was beholden to other issues. And finally, what I learned was the way to get power, the way to get your voice heard. That was really being explained thoroughly in this episode, and it was really interesting to see the way that they organized events, how they got their name out there, how they really got their voice out there. And I also learned how, even though they weren't successful in having a governor in place in Texas, they were still really impactful and really inspired the new generations of Chicanos to come.